unstressed syllables. So we're going to continue with this. It's just a review. We're going to just briefly check some of these videos. So tonight we're going to watch a little bit farther than gonna, wanna, gotta. Let's watch this video. Yeah, so this transcription, I suppose it's about analyzing Barack Obama's former president of the United States.
I often talk about the use of reductions in everyday casual conversation. In this American English pronunciation video, we're going to take a look at reductions in a more formal setting, important speeches. Yesterday, Barack Obama was re-elected as the President of the United States. We're going to take a look at both his speech and his opponent, Mitt Romney's speech, delivered at the end of the evening. First, the word wanna. Both men used this reduction in their speeches. Wanna is a reduction of the words want, to. Wanna, wanna. It has the as in butter vowel in the stressed syllable and the schwa in the unstressed syllable. Here are wanna examples from the speeches.
I want to thank every American who participated in this election.
I want to thank Paul Ryan for all that he has done for our campaign. I also want to thank Ann.
I wanna. Listen to these clips again. Repeat in the pause.
I want to thank every American. I want to thank every American. I want to thank every American.
I want to thank Paul Ryan. I want to thank Paul Ryan. I want to thank Paul Ryan. I also want to thank Ann. I also want to thank Ann. I also want to thank Ann.
The reduction of the word to was also frequently used. To can either be reduced to t with the true T schwa sound or d with the flap T schwa sound. Let's see some examples.
The best is yet to come. By the way, we have to fix that. To the best campaign team, just for a chance to argue. To the furniture worker's child in North Carolina.
And his commitment to principle will continue to contribute to the good of our nation.
T, d. Listen to these clips again.
The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. We have to fix that. We have to fix that. We have to fix that. To the best campaign team. To the best campaign team. To the best campaign team.
So I hope that you're paying attention to that combination of those words, those two words, that is the preposition to and the article the. To
Argue. To argue. To argue. To the furniture worker's child. To the furniture worker's child. To the furniture worker's child.
And his commitment to principle. And his commitment to principle. And his commitment to principle. Will continue to contribute. Will continue to contribute. Will continue to contribute.
Also, both men reduced the word have to simply the schwa sound, Mr. Obama said, maya, for may have. And Mr. Romney said, woulda, for would have.
We may have battled fiercely.
She would have been a wonderful first lady.
Maya, maya, woulda, woulda.
We may have battled fiercely. We may have battled fiercely. We may have battled fiercely.
She would have been a wonderful first lady. She would have been a wonderful first lady. She would have been a wonderful first lady.
There were lots of other reductions in these speeches. For example, reducing for to fur.
But for the United States of America,
I thank my sons for their tireless work.
Reducing can to can.
that's what politics can be.
That can compare with what you have done.
And use of contractions.
And you've made me a better president.
Because I'm concerned about America.
Watch the speeches in full and study them. What reductions do you notice? That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.
Yeah, that was. What did she do in this moment? What did she do?
She compared the speech of Barack Obama and the other candidate.
Yeah, but try to make this more technical. Proceed.
She compared the style of speech of both people.
Yeah, okay, proceed.
Okay, she showed us some examples about this reduction, especially the word to, that it could be reduced or mentioned as da or ta. And also she mentioned this phrase want to as wanna, and also the reduction of have, so with the sound just a. So for example, may a, and so on.
Okay, so you're not wrong. You're not wrong. None of you are wrong. Exactly, she made a phonic analysis of reductions. She made a phonic analysis of reductions in informal register. Informal register. Yeah, because she wanted to highlight that it's very common in casual conversations, in debates, in speeches, specifically in this case of those videos that were spread then about 10 years ago when Barack Obama was elected. Yeah, and there she has the sentences that she wants to practice. I want to tag, I also wanna. Yeah, and then she continue practicing with that. The best is to come. Farah. So we're going to focus on these words. Yesterday we worked on wanna. Yeah. And here still with wanna. But now we're going to focus on practicing these short phrases that are made up of articles and some prepositions. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. It's yet to come. Yet to come. The best yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. What's happening here? Here it's an example of linking. We have two similar sounds. So one going to elite this sound. You're going to omit this sound. You're going to hear, yeah, this one. Consonant, vowel, baddies. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. What's happening with this sound? This t, it's also almost elided. Didn't say best. The best is yet. The best is yet. The best is yet. If you observe, it sounds like that. Yeah, this is the first one. The other one, by the way, by the way, by the way. Now, what else also you have to check on? The rhythm. Where's my pen? The rhythm is that something else that you have to check. American rhythm, remember. I'm going to take a screenshot of this to make the analysis. Yeah, I'm going to use this up one. So here we are. Places where you're supposed to check the reductions or the unstressed words are this part. And this specific part, I don't know what I do with this. It deactivated. So here, especially there, this place. And yet, by the way. Remember, when you say that, we're in by the way. When you say that, remember the way that we pronounce those words. That means sometimes this app makes me stressed out. Yeah, there you are. This one, yeah, it's fine. By the way. Now, why is not a connection between this? Because of this comma. This comma is what makes the thought grouping, so it's going to separate here. It's going to be by the way. And then she continues saying, we have to fix that. Have to fix. We have to fix that. We have to fix that. By the way, we have to fix that. By the way, we have to fix that. By the way, we have to fix that. Yeah. Here, there's no thought grouping. Yeah, it's just one phrase. Yeah, no thought grouping. But here is going to be a reduction to the best campaign team. To the best campaign team. To the best campaign team. Which words I'm going to stress? Best and team. And here's going to be a reduction, which was to the best campaign team. To the best campaign team. To the best campaign team. I want you to focus on these words. Articles. This word yet is, what kind of word is this? An adverb? I think so. Yeah. So I want you to look for these words, these function words, and practice the reduction of them and the linking of those sounds. Yeah, of all those sounds that you see in my screen. Just for a chance to argue. And on his, or you can say on his. I don't know. I don't remember how they pronounce, but I assume that they would have say on his commitment to principle will, not will. Will continue to will continue to contribute to the good of our. So what I want you to do in this moment is to check the pronunciation of these parts that I'm going to circle. Yeah, so let me circle them so you're not get confused. This part, baida, ta, tada, fara, ta, tada, and is ta, will, ta, tada, avawa. Those ones I want you to practice. Like I'm doing, like you're listening to me. Siete, siete, siete. Baida, 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 baida. Tada, 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 tada. Fara, fara, fara. Tada, tada. In, honors, well, tada. Avour. I want you to make audios of that. Yeah? Audios. Practicing like I did. But they have to sound very good. They have to sound very natural. Yeah? To the best campaign team. To the best campaign team. Exactly as I'm doing in this moment. Do the same as I'm doing in this moment. Yep. So do it. How much time do you have? As you're going to just read, I think 5 minutes will be more than enough because it's just reading. Yeah. Go. Do it.
Teacher will leave the class to make the video.
Yeah, so you're back, right? Back. We're going to listen one of them, just one of them. Let's let your classmate join. Where is? Here is. It's 1, 2. So I'm going to choose randomly one. Any, mini, miny, mo. Catch a take a body's toe. If you hold and let him go. Any, mini, miny, mo. This one. We're going to listen to this one. There you go. Let's listen if that feels American. The important thing here is not the speed, is the quality. It has to sound American, American version. Here's my app. Where the heck is this gun? Here. While we're listening, I'm going to check. Now let's play it and listen. Gosh.
Yet, the best.
What the heck? Damn it. Yep, go again.
Yet.
Is that all?
Yet, the best yet come. Better, we have to. By the way, we have to. By the way, we have to fix it. To the best in painting. Just for a chance to argue. To the furniture workers child in North Carolina, and his commitment to principle will continue to contribute to the good of our nation.
Yeah. Who was that? Students. Don't to recognize who was that? Yeah.
Paolo. It was Paolo.
Fine. Yeah, we were able to discriminate your classmates. I would like to continue analyzing all of yours, yeah, but I have other activities to do tonight. But just a feeling, you have tada, is yet, beide, to fix. Now here is one thing that probably we forgot. I didn't mention everything because if I would mention everything, would make no reason to make this kind of activities, because if you're expecting me to do everything, nonsense. Yeah. This is the part that I mean. After this word, you have a vowel. What happens when it's a vowel? It continues being two. And you're going to listen. Wo. Tua.
Mm,
Tua.
Teacher,
To
you are
argue.
not presenting.
Not sharing?
No, teacher.
Yeah. It's because in that moment it stopped working. Yeah. Now here's what I'm going. This part, to argue. When the word after this word comes with a consonant, it's t. But generally, when they say, when there's a vowel sound, it's two. But there's exclusion, the w. There's a glide. Yeah, this sound is a glide. Remember the glide sounds that were yeah and wa. Yeah, those are. They are non-consonants, non-vowel sounds definitely. Well, they are more likely to be consonant sounds, but they have some characteristics of vowel sounds. Yeah. Why? Because they don't have friction, they don't have a blockade as you expel the air. Yep. With all the consonant sounds, there is always some friction, fricatives. That's an affrication, like affricates, applosion. There's something always. But with these ones, they are almost free sounds. Almost free sounds. For that reason, they are considered non-definitely consonants, non-definitely vowel sounds. Yeah, and they are very helpful because they are present in this transition. So here's the example. But that's in general terms. That I would say that is 90% of the times. Yeah, it's in my perspective. Yeah, 90% in my opinion. I'm not saying that that's someone else's opinion, but in my opinion, it's 90% of the times it happens that. But if you listen to Barack Obama, he said to argue. So he used the t in that one. If you did that way, great. Yeah, it's fine. If you say to argue and to argue, it's fine. But I've listened to Barack Obama that he said to. So he broke the rule, the phonic rules that we have studied. But this is 90% of the times, remember. And this is an exception. When Barack Obama said to argue, it was the exception. And things like that are very interesting to observe. Yeah, really interesting to observe. Here we're not marking the content words. We're not marking and making the illustrations of the intonations. We're not making also the illustrations of the thought grouping. You remember the thought grouping? These lines. Yeah, and his commitment to principle will continue to contribute to the good of our nation, to the good of our nation. So that would be the thought grouping. And his commitment to principle will continue to contribute to the good of our nation. The pauses. Yeah. So only in that way it sounds like t, because if it weren't a thought group here, this two would link to each other. It breaks that rule. Many things to analyze. Yeah, very interesting things to analyze. That's part of it. Let's keep going. What was next? We're finished with that video. I have selected some of them that we're going to do tonight. So we did this one. So there was clear the Ghana yesterday we've seen. Look at the transcription of Ghana. Some people will write this way, especially informal speech, in informal writing, I mean social media. It's more likely you will see this on social media. TikToks, comments in TikToks, in Instagram, in Facebook. Well, I assume. I never use TikTok. Yeah, I don't have a TikTok account, so I don't know what happens in TikTok. I only use Facebook. Yeah. I've used Facebook. And I've seen in the comments that they use this kind of in the spelling. Obviously, it's incorrect, but it's permitted in the chat and the comment section. The phonic transcription with these two. Now, probably we didn't talk enough about the difference between these two sounds. What's the main difference between these two sounds? These two.
Teacher,
Many people, they say that they are interchangeable. What does mean interchangeable?
That doesn't
that
matter that we use one instead of other.
Yeah.
we can replace them.
Yeah, so many people say that. To be very explicit and very pro-like, this is pretty common in stressed syllables. And this is always going to be present in stressed syllables. But the way that you pronounce them, it's very, very similar. They're almost identical. I say almost because some professors of phonetics, they show you when they pronounce them as a bit difference. But in general terms, they're almost identical. So this is more popular than this version. Yeah. When I use my imagination, using the imagination, I can think of this one like a consonant A, and here a small letter A. If you see some imagination, in my imagination looks like this. Yeah, it's because this is capital and this is small, right? So this is the way that I remember that they are very similar in pronunciation. It's nothing that I've seen in any book. It's just because I thought about that. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but that's a deduction that I made because they are very similar. Both of them are relaxed, but even it's relaxed, it's present in stress syllables. And in one syllable words, it's very common, this one. For example, if you look at the transcription of this one, this word, it's like this. Up, 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 up. And if you would pronounce with this one, it's going to sound up, up, up. Almost the same. This one, up, up, with schwa, up, up. It's almost the same, up. Yeah, so that's one thing that you have to remember. What else? It's here we practiced Ghana. Now, here we have more examples of that. Sentences that we're going to produce. This one's video. Ah, yes, we have videos. Let's listen to those audios. At any time I think it's going to stop. No, it's not going to stop. Let's see that.
In this American English pronunciation video, we're going to take some footage from real-life English conversation and focus on just one topic. Watch this video a few times, repeat along with it, and you'll get more comfortable using this concept in your own speech. Today's concept is gonna. Now, it's not appropriate to write gonna in written communication, but in spoken English, reducing going to gonna is very much so an acceptable practice. Let's look at some example phrases. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Pretty fast, but also very connected. And it's important to learn to speak with a really connected speech. So let's break it down. First, the word we're studying here, gonna. Reducing going to simply gonna. Gonna. Repeat with me. Gonna. gonna. Now I'm gonna. Notice how the last sound of now, a diphthong, links directly into the beginning of the word I'm, also a diphthong, no break or
So hold in there. This is our last week, yeah. And after this days, you're not going to listen about me anymore. So sorry for the interruptions, but you know that I have some limitations in my devices.
is very much so an acceptable practice. Let's look at some example phrases. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Pretty fast, but also very connected. And it's important to learn to speak with a really connected speech. So let's break it down. First, the word we're studying here, gonna, reducing going to simply gonna, gonna. Repeat with me, gonna, gonna. Now I'm gonna. Notice how the last sound of now, a diphthong, links directly into the beginning of the word I'm, also a diphthong, no break or lift there. Now I'm, now I'm. Now I'm gonna. Okay, now I'm gonna. Okay, now I'm gonna. Ask you another question. Notice how the K links to the beginning of you, ask you, ask you. Ask you another question. And you, ending in the U vowel, links into the schwa of another. You another, no lift. Ask you another. Ask you another. Ask you another question. Ask you another question. All very linked. Let's break it down one more time. Repeat in the pauses. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you another question.
What's happening here? Ask you. Here it's missing the w. Because if you listen to her, she says, ask you another. Ask you another question. Ask you another question. If you listen to her, she sounds like that. And then through the...
Listen to the
Teacher.
phrase 3. I'm gonna ask you another question.
Ask you. What, girl?
Well, teacher, I have listened that pronunciation. They don't say you, they say yeah. Ask yeah another question. I remember to listen that to the natives.
Yeah? Ask you another question. So she's using you, right?
Yes.
And she's American.
Yes.
So it's right. Sometimes you're going to listen that, but that's in the urban style. Who's that?
Alison.
Ah, yeah, obviously Allison, the girl who pays attention. That's great, girl. Where's my app? It's like yesterday. You remember yesterday when we listened Gary Coleman. When we listened to Gary Coleman, he said, "What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?" She said something like that. Same thing. Sometimes that you would sound like the most elegant English would be you. That would be the ideal if we would live in a utopic world. Si viviéramos en un mundo utópico donde todo es perfecto, there wouldn't be changes. Everybody would speak with one way, and that would make our learning easier. But sometimes you're going to listen like Alison said, yeah, with schwa. Yeah. Teacher Rachel, in this transcription, she used you. But sometimes we're going to listen, yeah. Even sometimes you listen j. With this j. What j? What you talking to me? What you telling me, man? What j? So it would differ. It would go from you, from ya to j. And even some people would say, with this one, African American, like Gary Coleman. If you remember the little boy, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The little boy who said, "What you talking about, Willis?" He said, "Ch." He didn't say you. This Cat versus Ultraman. That's something different. Where the hell is that? Where was it? Where is that? No, I can't find it. Here it is. If you listen to him, he says, "What ch?"
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Just as a reminder, because yesterday we watched that. So what your classmate said, Alison, the formal way would be you. Yeah. But sometimes you're going to listen Americans saying yeah. Other people will say ch. And some even people like Gary Coleman will say ch. What ch? What you talking about, Willis? You see? The very different variations of this. This is what's called allophones, variations of a sound. Variations. But we're not going to do that because that's something more, a little bit advanced. I'm sure, of course you could understand that. There are many other things to study. Yeah, we don't have that time. For that reason, the name of this class, this workshop is Basic English Instructor 1. Yeah, it's not for the advanced because no one in the AFAB school is C2. Is any of you C2 level with a certification?
No, teacher.
Not even Americans are C2, yes? Not even Americans reach the C2 level, so that's for C2. Yeah? Let's keep going with teacher Rachel's. Where is the video? Where's the video? Here it is. It's in the darkness.
In this American English pronunciation video, we're going to take some footage from real life, right?
It was over here.
Question. All very linked. Let's break it down one more time. Repeat in the pauses. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you another question.
You better repeat after her, yeah? Ask you another question. Okay. Now I'm. Okay. Here's the rhythm. Okay. Now I'm gonna. Which words she's stressing? The K and the G of gonna. and everything else is unstressed. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question. Remember, another question. Chin, chin, chin. Yeah, each one of you is going to say that, yeah, in the order that we see your names. The first one is going to be Rocio, you're number 1. Tonight, you're going to be number 1, Rocio. Alison, you're going to be number 2 tonight. Mateo, you're going to be number 3. David, you're going to be number 4. Maribel, you're going to be number 5. Octavio, you're going to be number 6. Rodrigo, you're going to be number 7. Paola, you're going to be number 8. And John, you're going to be number 9. Do you remember your name? So that's going to be work for the whole night. Number 1, go. And after number 2.
Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yeah, but more natural, girl. Yeah, not very serious. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question. Do it again.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yeah, next one.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yeah, that's fine. Number 3.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
That's good one. Good with the style, man. Next.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yeah, that's fine. That was cool. Next one.
Okay,
Have to remember what to do.
okay,
Go, go, go.
okay. Now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Next.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Fine. Next.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yeah, next one. No one else, right? Okay, that's it. Have to remember your number. Yeah, I will not count number 1, number 2, number 3, because we have to keep flowing. You have to check you have to count number 1, number 2. I'm number 4, so I'm going to listen the 4th person. I'm going to be the 4th. Have to remember that, keeping that in mind, because we're going to be teachers. Teachers need to anticipate. Yeah, the teachers must be the leaders. Remember. So that was.
Listen to the phrase 3 times on a loop, paying attention to the melody of the voice. Then repeat the whole phrase. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Mark, who do you think's going to win tonight? Mark, who do you think's going to win tonight? Notice how the words who, do, and you, all function words here, are all low in pitch and linked together, connecting to the stressed word thinks. Notice also that do is reduced to d and you reduced to y. Who do ya? Who do ya? Who do ya? Who do you thinks? Who do you thinks? Mark. Mark. Who do you thinks? Who do you thinks? Thinks. So the word is here.
Here is a flap T. Yeah. Remember, there's flap T and there's also flap T. Flap T, flap T. Who do you? Who do you? Who do you? It's not. It doesn't sound like d. It doesn't sound like who do you. It sounds who do you? Who do you? Who do you? Who do you? Because this plosive sound is between 2 vowel sounds, and that affects this plosive. The same as t, the sound of T, the true T, is being affected when it's between 2 vowel sounds. Same thing. For that reason, it's more likely to sound like the flap T. So Mark, Mark, Mark. She didn't say Mark, 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 Mark. That k is very very subtle. Mark, Mark, Mark. Who do you thinks? Thinks. Freaky deep sound. Remember, it's on the tip of your teeth. Front teeth and upper teeth. And in the middle, it's approaching the tip of your tongue. Thinks. Mark, who do you thinks? And the same here, Ghana. Gonna win. Win. Not win. Win. Tonight. Tonight. Stop T. Listen to her. But I just wanted to mention the flap T.
Here, contracted with thinks. Who do you think is going to becomes who do you think's gonna? Who do you think's gonna? Gonna, the word we're studying in this video. Gonna win. Gonna win. Gonna win tonight. Gonna win tonight. Let's break it down one more time. Repeat in the pauses. Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight? Now you'll hear the phrase 3 times. Listen to the melody of the voice and then repeat. Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight? 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 In the following dialogue, the word gun.
Yeah, we're going to practice that one. You know your number. Remember, number 1.
Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight? Gonna win tonight.
Mark, who do you think is gonna tonight?
Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight?
Mark, who do you think gonna win tonight?
Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight?
Matt, who do you
Mark,
think
who do
is
you
gonna
think? Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight?
Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight?
Mark, who do you think good?
Matt, who do you think's gonna win tonight?
Yeah. So you have to remember your numbers. Yes, you're getting confused with your numbers. But yeah. Anyway, it's fine. Let's continue. We're almost there.
Mark, who do you think's gonna win tonight? 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 In the following dialogue, the word gonna is used 5 times.
I'm gonna go around 5:30 or so.
Okay. I'm gonna go before that because I'm leaving early.
Oh, so you're gonna go there first.
I'm gonna go there first for like an hour.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave without you then. Okay. Listen again.
I'm gonna go around 5:30 or so.
Okay. I'm gonna go before that because I'm leaving early.
Oh, so you're gonna go there first.
I'm gonna go there first for like an hour.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave without you then.
Okay.
Gonna is very common in everyday spoken English. A smoothed out way of saying going to. Gonna. So don't be afraid to use gonna in your own speech. That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.
That was, yeah. How do you find it?
Useful.
Yeah, that's great. There was the gonna. What else? Real life English and the real life English in videos of that. You know, she went to a wedding and then she was mentioning that. We've seen that video if I'm not wrong. Here's audios about Ghana. for practice. I think we're done enough with that one. Let's keep moving. I think it moved. Yeah, it moved. Yeah, we're almost there. Now we are going to continue with one. Yeah, here's 216. And same thing, if you look at here, there are two versions with a and with a and. So you can say wanna or you can say wanna or wanna. You can know which one you're going to stress. For example, if you're going to stress, you're going to say this version. If you're going to unstress, you're going to use this version. Obviously, in the book it's not mentioned that, but we assume because we have studied that. Just like gonna, wanna is two syllables with stress on the first syllable, and you'll hear wanna two different ways. With as in father, or with as in butter. I tend to use the as in butter, she says. Look at this one. I wanna versus I wanna. I wanna see. So with different ones, you see here in these sentences with different combinations of words into phrases. With you, with he. Now look at with he. Is it possible? Wait, now we have wants instead of want. Remember, wanna it's wanted, not wants to. That means that we can't use wanna with third person in singular. So you can't say he wanna, she wanna, Mary wanna. But to be honest with you, when I listen to American people, they make different things. It's like the people here in Bolivia, for example, in El Alto City, people say, I hate when the boys say hijita or hija to their friends. Yeah, I want to punch them on the face. Sorry. But I listen that. Yeah. So they break the rules of grammar. So don't get surprised if you listen one person saying he wanna. It's possible. Yeah, when you're speaking, you're free to do whatever you want. Even in social media comments I've read, I know. But the general rule says, general again, that word, that means most of the times, not always. You're not supposed to say he wanna, she wanna, or Mary wanna. So it only goes with the other pronounced but the third person is singular. We wanna, they wanna, the ducks wanna, the dogs wanna. Let's practice them, right? Or we better practice with the videos. Let me think. Yeah, videos better. Because we're going to have a real sample of people, real people speaking real English.
Hey guys, welcome to the new Rachel's English mini-series, Interview a Broadcaster! Hey guys, welcome to the new Rachel's English mini-series, Interview a Broadcaster!
And this teacher loves to teach English. Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm here with Chris Jameson. Chris, thank you so much for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
If you could tell my audience a little bit about what you do.
I am an anchor at MSNBC of a show called Jansing and Company. You're my company right now.
I'm your company.
Yes, and I'm also a correspondent for NBC News, Nightly News, the Today Show.
Great. Well, I don't know if you know this, but another term for the standard American accent is broadcaster English. So people all over the world look to those who deliver the news in America as a standard for how to speak.
I did not know that.
So I'm wondering, where did you come from, and did you have to change anything about your accent as you started to become interested in this field?
Very interesting. I'm from Ohio,
Okay.
outside the Cleveland area. Cleveland, for a while, I think, had the largest Hungarian population outside of Budapest, and I come from a Hungarian family.
Okay.
My grandparents spoke Hungarian. Most of the people in the town where I grew up were either Hungarian or Finnish.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know that I had to change my accent, but there are quirks whenever you're going to another language. So he'll kill me for telling this story. But my brother, who eventually got a PhD and became a principal of a school, was also a football star in high school. And when he was on this television program and they asked him, what would you like to do? And he said, I want to go college. And
Really?
missed a few words in there, which is really sort of the direct translation from.
Okay.
So
I want to go college.
Yeah, but
We're
that was
missing the
exactly
word
that I
to
was
here
alluding to
twice.
observe.
Something that has happened to all of us as we study a foreign language. We speak too much in a direct translation of our own language and make grammar mistakes. This can even happen to kids growing up in America in a multilingual household. So did you grow up speaking,
bad English?
well, Hungarian in the home?
When I was very, very young,
Okay.
my grandmother did not speak English.
Okay.
But now it's like most people who speak not very often used languages, which is, I know food and maybe
Okay.
one or two swear words.
Okay. You always got to keep the good stuff.
That's right.
So what do you do then when you're preparing something to read on camera? How long do you spend with the text? Do you have any like tricks that you do as you're going through the words?
I do. I obviously want to make it conversational.
Notice how Miss Jansing says wanna. I want to make it conversational. Wanna, gonna, gotta. Absolutely acceptable reductions, even in an interview on camera as a professional. In fact, reductions play a large part in the overall character of American English. For example, President Obama used the wanna reduction in his re-election speech last year.
I obviously want to make it conversational. I want to make it conversational. I want to make it conversational. I want to have a conversation with my audience.
I want to have. Now that she's stressing want, she's not reducing it to wanna. But notice she is still reducing the word to, so that it has the schwa sound.
I want to have a conversation with my audience. I think when I started in this business, which was 35 years ago or so, there was a sort of a cadence and a formality to it. It's become less formal, more interactive. I think we want the audience to feel engaged, and so I try to put.
There was another to reduction, this time with a flap T. Try to.
I try to put things in the kind of language I speak in, so that if you ask me a question, what's going on today, I try to tell the story.
Try to tell the story. Another to reduction. Try to. Basically, every time we say the word to in conversational speech, it's going to be reduced. I'll stop pointing them out, but there are more. Will you catch them? If you do, post the sentence, the to reduction you found in the comments below.
I try to tell the story in the way that I would tell it to you, standing here,
Right.
just a few feet apart.
Yeah, so very conversational.
We hope.
Yeah. What do you do when you come across a word that you're not sure how to
Fake it.
pronounce? Fake it. There, you heard it here.
we try obviously to look ahead of time, but even I think especially because of what we do is new world news. So there's a lot of millions of people from
Right.
foreign countries, and you think you know the preferred pronunciation. We have a preferred pronunciation. I'm an Al-Zawahiri, and then you get an expert on the Middle East, and he'll say, "Do you mean I'm an Al-Zawahiri?" So I
Right.
think you do the best you can to do the research, and I think because I grew up in an ethnic neighborhood, I have a bit of an ear for it.
Yeah, that could be.
Maybe.
Are there any words in American English that you stumble over sometimes that are a challenge for you?
Do you know, I think it's like anybody else. Sometimes when you read something, it just doesn't look right. And it might be a simple word. So usually it's something like that that will trip you up.
Yeah.
I do have some pet peeves, like nuclear, which we know is nuclear. Kind of bug me a little bit. but-
Listening to the pronunciation, I hope, guys.
Yes.
Nuclear. This is a 3-syllable word with stress on the first syllable. Da-da-da. Sometimes even native speakers will mix up the location of the L and say nuclear, but it's nuclear, nuclear, nuclear.
But we all do the best we can, and
Yeah.
you never get it right 100% of the time, especially with names.
Right, sure, names and places. And do you have a favorite word in American English?
Oh, joy.
Joy, hey, that's a great word.
It's easy, it's simple, and boy, it's to the point, right?
It is. Joy is a one-syllable word. It's a noun, which makes it a content word. This means it will be stressed in a sentence, so a little bit longer, louder, and with more shape than the unstressed syllables. It's made up of the j consonant sound and the oi diphthong. J, oi, joy. Make sure to drop your jaw enough for the first sound of the diphthong. Joy. Well, Chris, thank you so much
Oh,
for
it's
your
been so much
expertise and for
fun.
coming here. I really appreciate your time. Guys,
You're welcome.
check out her show.
Kusanen.
I love it. My audience is going to love
All
that.
the Hungarians out there will know what that is.
Thank you so much. Follow Ms. Jansing on Twitter and check out her
That was great, don't you think? Checking on that. What did you understand about her? Is she native speaker?
No,
Miss Jensen.
she isn't.
Yeah, but we can say that she's 100% interpreter, because she could stand in a natural conversation with a native speaker like teacher Rachel. Yeah. And even teacher Rachel observed the elision of some prepositions. Everything was understandable, and that didn't prevent the conversation to keep falling on. That's curious about that. Let's keep going. That was the interview, and in this book you're going to have many of that. Yeah. It's another one, Thanksgiving celebration, real English conversations, how to pronounce now. These ideas of real English conversations, it's not new about her. She was one of the first people who did that. But if you go to real English conversations, you're going to find lots of. There is many teachers, I don't remember their names. Yeah, only when I write real conversations in English, in American English, you're going to find lots of teachers that made that. Yeah, here's another one from teacher Rachel. A long playlist of 46 videos. Look at that, 46 videos. This one, teacher Vanessa. Yeah, she also does videos with her husband. Yeah, she makes real conversations about 1 hour, 30 minutes. I would say Arianita La Gringa, but she's not a real teacher, so she's fine for elementary students, but not so fluent. There are others. Yeah, I don't remember the name of that other woman, but there are about 4, and there's one. Bob the Canadian is another one that makes great content about that, the real conversations. Bob the Canadian. So this is the channel of Bob the Canadian, and you're going to check with him Canadian English, but that's great because you're going to learn, for example, 5 ways to improve your English today. He has good recommendations that you can use for, and at the same time you can improve your English. Here's his sections of everyday English phrases. At a gas station, at a supermarket. Yeah. So you better watch these kind of videos and make the phonemic transcription. That's what I do. Yep, I make the phonemic transcription myself, trying to go beyond the phonic 1 and go into phonic 2. There are not many people here in Bolivia that studies that level. Yeah, only very few people. I met some people from the CVA, but I don't remember their names. Yeah, I'm bad with the names. I forget the names of people. But I recommend you to consume production of people that are studying fluent English and that you make your analysis. Yeah, that's what I truly suggest all of you. Keep going. Let's have some break. It's 8:25, and after 20 minutes, we're going to continue. Okay, let's have some break. 20 minutes.